Hi friends, welcome to Shell Scripting course video series presented by Narendra from Do With Python Technologies. In this video, we are going to see what are the different types of shell scripting variables. See, before going to classify them, already we know what is a variable, right? Variable is used to store value or data, either in your command line or in your shell scripting, right? Now here, I am going to classify the variables based on who is defined by that variable. Okay, see basically there are two types of variables are there. One is user defined variables and one more is system variables. See, user defined variables are defined by us or those who are writing the shell scripting. They will define some variables. Those variables are called user defined variables, right? Let me do something. Suppose this is my RHEL server. So here I am going to define some variables. Suppose x equals to 3. If I print that x value, we know that in order to print any variable value, you have to use dollar that variable name. You are getting that, right? See, in case if there is no variable in your shell scripting or in your command line, we know already if there is no variable, if you try to display that value, what you are going to get? Suppose there is no y variable, I am trying to print that value, you will get an empty value, right? But suppose if I try to print some variable which is not defined by us, let me do that. Sorry, syntax mistake. See, you are getting something home easy to user. Now here actually home is a some variable name, but we are not defining that, but still you are able to get the value for that home variable. So these are called our next type of variable, that is system defined variable or system variables. So system variables are created and maintained by bash shell itself. Okay, and whenever you are trying to write some shell script, you should not take this system variable as your variable. Okay, suppose if you want to define x equals to 2, you can do it, but don't try to use capital HOME equals to 2, because HOME is already defined by system. You should not override that. Okay, but of course in logic if it is required, then you can change it. Okay, now we know already while defining variable names you should follow some rules. Those rules are, very first one is the variable name should contain only letters, that may be A to Z, small letters or capital letters, and numbers, and one more thing is underscore. And you should not start your variable name with the numbers. Okay, at the same time you should follow that you should not select your variable name as system variables. Then before going to select that your variable name, you should know what are the variable names are there for your system, right? So generally system variables are in capital letters. So in order to simply to avoid a confusion with your user defined variable, don't consider capital letters as your variables. Anyway, you can see what all system variables are there, default system variables you can see. Now in order to see that system variables, you can use the commands like set or env or print env. Any one of the command you can use, but all these three commands will give the system variable and its value as well. Let me show that on my command line. Suppose if I write set command, so you are getting something right here. Suppose just assume uid is some 1000, user ec2 user, right? These all are some ps4 equals to plus something, operator equals to 1. These all are capital letter. If you observe, all variables are in capital letters. So that's why whenever if you are defining some variables, please don't consider capital letters. That's it, so that you can uh, avoid the confusion which variable name you have to select for your variable. Okay, so anyway, if you want to see, you can see the all system variables using either set command or simply env command or print env, all will give the system variables. Or one more name is also called as system variables, or also called as sometimes environment variables. That's it guys. So these are the two types of variables are there in your bash shell scripting. so you should know about them. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, you can drop a mail to this mail id dowithpython@gmail.com, or you can also post as your comments. Anyway, do subscribe my channel so that you will get updates on shell scripting, Python scripting, and also AWS automation with Python as well as shell. Okay, bye.